my goodness.
It's
also
amazing.
joining us at the counter from Sideswiped, actress Carly Craig is joining us. We're so excited. Your series sounds hysterical. We cannot wait to hear everything. But first, we're going to feed you, because that's what we do to our guests here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Lily, this is a pizza that was inspired by your childhood growing up in Hawaii, right?
Yes, it really
What a
was.
great childhood.
I grew up on the slopes of Haleakala on Maui. I know, so adorable. This was our move to Hawaii from California when I was a little baby. And our house was surrounded by all kinds of herbs and plants and fruit trees, and we had this abundant fig tree in the backyard. And so when I moved to San Francisco, when I was older, after my mom died, actually, I found a lot of these same ingredients just on the street. Would be figs, you know, especially in summer, bursting into fruit, and rosemary everywhere. Yeah, and so this pizza is inspired by both my upbringing there and moving into adulthood.
It makes it even more special than eating it. I love that. So it starts with a good pizza dough, and you say, don't get crazy. You can even buy the pizza dough. You don't have to make it.
So I'm going to start working with it and just flour up my hands a little bit so it's easy to move around.
Okay.
You can buy a nice little, you know, ball of pizza dough at almost any grocery store or even a pizza shop.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yep, and we're gonna use some cornmeal here to sprinkle on our little prep.
So if you go to your
tool.
local pizza shop and you just ask them for a ball of their pizza dough, they'll probably say, sure, I'll sell it to you.
Totally, a lot of them will. Trader Joe's makes a pre-made dough. Whole Foods makes a pre-made. You know, a lot of grocery stores will. So I like to use. I am not a pizza thrower. You know, I don't have
I thought
the
you were going
skills.
to do that.
I know.
Spin it on your finger.
You're like a basketball.
Want it? Yeah. I cannot go there, but what I can do is use gravity. I have that
as your
special
friend.
skill as my friend, and so you can really kind of start to work with the dough that way. And you'll see the cornmeal, it allows it to really just stretch and move around without
keeps it from
getting
sticking, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can add more. You know, just pop it underneath once you're.
I love that crunch
starting to work around. Isn't that
so good?
Nice? Yeah.
Everything is
Yeah. Ooh, how's it going? You guys
I'm
are-
so good.
Yes.
Hurry
Well,
up, we need some more.
there is more. I know. So now what we're going to use as the base, we're going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil.
Oh, that dough smells so good.
Smells so
there's
good.
no tomato sauce.
No tomato sauce.
Oh.
This is, and so we're going to use obviously clean hands.
Okay, and no
Just sort of
pesto
spread it around.
either.
No pesto either.
Right.
And our first layer is going to be this incredible sort of umami bomb of these balsamic caramelized onions. So these get caramelized really kind of low and slow.
How long would that take?
It takes about 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
And you just have to be patient because it is so worth it.
So with the balsamic vinegar.
With the balsamic vinegar in it, which you guys can attest, it gives it that
good.
like crazy, tangy, savory, sweet.
Just regular balsamic vinegar?
Regular balsamic vinegar, yep.
Wow.
So you're gonna kind of spread these all out. I'm doing a terrible job.
You're doing a great job.
Getting that all down. And then we're gonna go to our cheese, which is our goat cheese.
Goat cheese, okay.
Yep, our goat cheese. So you guys like that? Yeah. So
What if you didn't want to use goat cheese? Could you use something else?
absolutely. So if you don't want to use goat cheese, you could use creamy feta. You could use a burrata mozzarella or a regular mozzarella. Yeah. So
Okay,
you're
so let's
gonna
go on
spread
with the
these all
cheese.
out. Yep. We're gonna get our cheese. Gonna sprinkle most of it
Okay.
on top here.
It's
Reserving some-
never too much cheese.
Never
really.
too
You could
much
always
cheese.
Just,
Yep. And you're gonna just reserve some for the top, just
Okay.
because it looks nice.
sure.
And we like
And
those
a double layer of
layers.
cheese is good.
Exactly.
Now the rosemary.
Now the rosemary, which is gonna give us all of this like really powerful aromatic, these little pops. And you know what's so nice for me about food is I love what an incredible tool it is as storytelling to bring us together around food. We
true.
start to remember, you know, in particular, smell is such a powerful.
Your olfactory senses.
Yeah,
sure.
memory device, and it just takes us back to
right.
wherever we've
Like
been.
to Hawaii.
Like to
So
Hawaii.
true.
I'm in my front yard.
So
Yes.
the figs, what if you say you didn't, figs weren't in season, you couldn't get fresh figs?
You
Could
cannot
use anything
get
else?
fresh figs. Figs have a couple of seasons, so that's not all year round. You could use so many different fruits. In the summer, you could also use peaches, nectarines, plums.
Oh, wow.
You could use,
How good would that
right?
be?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Okay, Lily. But
Yes.
I'm liking these figs. though.
Yes.
It's amazing on this.
Isn't it?
Let's talk figs
Yeah.
a little bit. How
Let's
do you
talk
know when
figs.
they're ripe?
So they're going to be, one way that you can tell is sometimes you want to look at the bottom of the fig, the real plump end.
This
They'll
part?
that part. See how this is starting to open up
Yeah.
right there?
Yep.
So sometimes they'll even crack open. And that's like they're
And
just
that's when
so
they're done.
bursting with life and juiciness.
Is there a
And
secret
they're
to
going to be
slicing it?
tender. They're going to be like tender to the touch. So they're not hard.
No.
But you also don't want them falling apart. Now, you could do these. You want a single layer, really. I'm kind of loading it up
Okay.
just because it looks pretty here.
All right.
But you could slice them really any way you want. It's a lot of freedom here. So I'm going to just add another
More
little
cheese.
bit of cheese,
And then we top off
another
with
little bit of rosemary.
some balsamic vinegar.
Top it off with some balsamic vinegar, the rest of the olive oil, that's great.
Oh,
and
it's
then
beautiful.
if you want to just sprinkle some flaky sea salt and pepper.
Oh my goodness.
This
is
could be dinner
beautiful.
and dessert.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh, it's
many
wow.
ingredients.
I
so
know.
good.
Okay,
Yes,
so now we have to
exactly.
get this in the oven.
Yep.
And this is why the cornmeal is so essential.
Yep.
Trying to get a pizza in the oven that you're making at home is sometimes tricky.
So we're going to get it right off.
You did it!
The oven.
Yay! Good job. And how long does this go in for, Lily?
This is going to go in for 10 to 15 minutes. It's a super high heat.
Okay, now
So
getting it out is
Roll.
yeah.
magic. Yes. Here we go.
There you go.
I need another piece.
But wait, you
Yes.
also receive, as if that wasn't decadent enough, you say the truffle oil is a
The
must-have.
truffle oil just totally takes it over the top.
just do
Debbie
it?
has been, yes, she's like, get me the truffle oil.
know.
I know, it's so good. And it triggers that. We do have this kind of like primal relationship to umami flavors, right? Where we just want them. So
true. Here
we've
it
got
is.
them here. You could add a little more
all went
rosemary or
primal.
flaky sea salt. We've got a nice salad on top. I love doing this. Tossing salad on my greens because then what?
It's
like a
healthy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
really healthy.
pizza.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go,
so
Lily.
Pizza cheers.
Cheers. Here we go.
Cheers.
There you go.